When one states the obvious becomes clear. Most people think of history as the past. I have come to think of it differently. History has a past, a present, and a future. The past is history recorded. The present is history unfolding. The future is history waiting to happen. Today's headlines are tomorrow's history lessons. That thought first occurred to me while rebuilding my house. The original house had been built in the 1850s during demolition. I discovered old newspapers stuffed into the walls as insulation. One edition dated back to 1875. Naturally, I started reading. What fascinated me wasn't the advertisements or local notices. It was the news I was reading, what the people of 1875 considered current events. One article described a trainload of cattle arriving at the Toronto stockyards from Texas. As the cattle were unloaded, one steer was behaving differently from the others. He was described as a loco steer and was isolated and quarantined. That was the story. Immediately, my mind jumped ahead more than a century. What if that animal had what we would eventually call mad cow disease? Was it the first case? Was it significant? Did anyone ever write about it again? Did historians record it? Was it important enough to become part of history? I don't know. But I do know that the people reading that newspaper in 1875 had no idea whether the story mattered any more than we know which stories from today's newspaper will matter in 150 years. That is what history is. History is not simply what happened. History is the process by which society decides what mattered. Current events become history when future generations find meaning in them. The current conflict involving Iran is a perfect example. Millions of people who knew little about Persia, the Shah, the Iranian Revolution, or decades of Middle Eastern politics are suddenly learning about them because something happening today has sent them searching through yesterday. The present constantly sends us back into the past looking for answers. That led me to another observation. Many of the stories that become history involve groups of people who were not treated equally. Women who wanted the right to vote, black citizens who wanted equal treatment under the law, gay couples who wanted the same right to marry, enjoyed by heterosexual couples, religious minorities seeking the freedom to practice their faith without penalty. History remembers these struggles because inequality existed in what was supposed to be an equal society. The groups themselves were not special. The circumstances were. I know this because I lived a small version of it myself. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness as a child. I was not supposed to salute the flag or stand for the national anthem. Yet for years I was required to do so at school. Eventually Jehovah's Witnesses won the right to be excused. The victory was not becoming special. The victory was being treated equally while remaining different. My religion made me different. I was not afforded the right to that difference. We fought for that right and eventually won it. The same principle applies elsewhere. A gay man wanted to marry and a heterosexual man wanted to marry were seeking the same thing. The difference was not the desire to marry. The difference was whether society would permit it. The struggle became history because equality did not yet exist. The victory occurred when equality did. That is why I sometimes find myself thinking differently about recognition, celebration, and remembrance. History should absolutely remember the struggle.
History should remember the people who challenged barriers, changed laws, and expanded freedom. Without them, many of the rights we take for granted would not exist. But the destination was never permanent distinction. The destination was equality. The destination was inclusion. The destination was arriving at a place where the difference no longer determined the rights available to a person. That is why I believe the accomplishment itself is the celebration. The word is finally allowed to vote. Finally treated equally under the law. Finally free to practice one's faith. Finally able to marry the person one loves. Finally included. The struggle belongs to history. The equality belongs to everyone. Perhaps that is why I sometimes wonder whether the greatest success of any movement is not the recognition it receives afterward, but the moment it no longer needs recognition at all. When the destination is reached, society moves forward together. History records the journey, equality celebrates the arrival. As Canada Day approaches, I am reminded that it is the one celebration that belongs equally to every Canadian. Canada Day belongs equally to every Canadian. Other commemorations honor particular journeys. Canada Day celebrates the shared citizenship, those